The Assassin's Creed Shadows Twitter account has responded to Elon Musk because Elon Musk got into it with Hassan Piker yesterday on Twitter, and Assassin's Creed Shadows has decided to respond to Elon Musk. They also responded to Grummz, and the whole thing, I covered this over on D-Day Cobra. I made a video late last night when I got in, and my whole argument was that I think that Elon should stop responding to people like Hassan, because Elon is so much more important than Hassan will ever be. Elon's one of the most he's probably the most important person in the fucking world, along with Donald Trump right now. He just is. So him responding as Hassan, I think, only helps Hassan, because if you respond to a streamer and you're Elon Musk, you're only giving that streamer content. I know how that works, you know, and so that's only going to help Hassan. I personally think Elon stepped in it pretty bad when he got into it with Asmongold, and he looked really bad because he showed how much he didn't understand how the whole YouTube world works. And so anyway, regardless of all that, I did cover all of that. But in terms of the Assassin's Creed Shadows account, now that is a whole different ball game, because I think that the Assassin's Creed Shadows account responding to Elon Musk, that's only bad for Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed. And it also just shows that you have a very, very bad leadership at Ubisoft, where the Assassin's Creed Shadows account with a gold check mark is responding to Elon. So you have a gold check mark. You're paying Elon Musk $1,000 a month, yet you want to complain about the guy. Now, I love how in this screenshot, it's showing that I guess this person has Elon muted. That's a strategic thing to show. Like, we have Elon muted because his words are so mean and they're so dangerous. That's a strategic thing that Forbes has uploaded here. But it's bad. So it all started with a tweet from so now Grummz is labeled anti-woke. The term anti-woke is I don't know, man. I'm not anti-woke. I'm just for common sense. You know what I mean? But if that's what you want to label me, anti-woke, that's fine, because it's just a compliment. But I'm not anti-woke. I'm just a person that operates with common sense. Anyway, who spends every day finding new video games to be upset with for supposed progressive messaging. He quoted a tweet from leftist streamer Hassan. I like how you just describe Hassan as a leftist streamer, but look how you described Mark Kern. All of this for Grummz. But yet when you mention Hassan, he's just a leftist streamer. That's all. That's all he is. He's just a leftist streamer, guys.
Very true.
Now, Grummz, he's a horrible human being, and you need to be told he's a horrible human being. You need to be told all of the bad things about him. Hassan, he's just a leftist streamer. He's got his ideas. He's innocent.
Yeah.
You know, no
free, he's allowed to have free speech. But Grummz, nah.
Well, that's
no free speech for Grummz.
This is why the anti-Grummz narrative always falls apart, because you're in the same crowd as the Forbes people. So anti-Grummz people are like, they're just as annoying as like SJWs out there. It's just like they want me to answer for their issues with Grummz because I know Grummz online. I've had Grummz on like 2 streams, and so suddenly I have to answer for every problem that they have with Grummz. And it's like, I have this idea of, if you don't like Grummz, take it up with Grummz. The fuck business is it of mine? You know? And it makes me less interested to even care what your issues are when you're coming to me and trying to hold me accountable for it. But that right there just shows you how that whole issue is. Anyway, he quoted a tweet from leftist streamer Hassan referencing a sponsored Assassin's Creed Shadow stream, saying that Ubisoft was throwing money at terrorist platforming streamers. So it's interesting how you didn't describe Hassan as that, though. Here, Forbes, it's interesting how you didn't describe him that, but you had no problem labeling Grummz all these terrible things. That caught the eye of Musk, saying that Hassan was a fraud and a sellout and promoting a terrible game just for money. The official account for Assassin's Creed, gold check verified and all, showed up to ratio Musk with a 480,000 likes, 25 million views tweet saying, is that the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Is that what the guy that playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Now, if you don't know anything about that, this is where there was a lot of questions around Path of Exile and how Elon was a high-ranked player. And there was a lot of questions that he actually had pros play for him to boost his account. Elon stepped in it really badly with when Asmongold made a video on it. Elon stepped in it, I think, really badly and made himself look even worse in that whole situation. I don't know if Elon is paying people for his accounts or not. What I do know is that Elon Musk is a genius. He's one of the smartest people on the planet, and he's one of the most influential human beings of our lifetime. And so if he is paying somebody to play games for him to boost his account, I think that's a bit cringe. But I also understand that this guy is literally changing the world as we speak. So, okay, whatever. Big deal. Not the end of the world, in my opinion. So what are your thoughts? Did you hear about that whole thing about him paying somebody to play?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you like?
Me and you talked about it live. We reacted to it live on Daily a few months ago. Here's my thoughts on it. He's the richest man in the world. He owns several companies. He was on Donald Trump's campaign trail. If he wants to hire pros to play on his gaming account, I don't really give a fuck, because if he wants to level up and wants to reach a certain rank or whatever so that he can, I don't know how Path of Exiles work, but if there's any benefit to him getting a higher rank so he can enjoy the experience more, I don't really care. He's busy running fucking multi-billion-dollar companies, so he can do whatever he wants. The issue is that he's bragging about it on Joe Rogan, that he's like in the top 1 percentile of Path of Exile and Diablo gamers in the world. He's bragging about it on podcasts, while he's leaving out the fact that, yeah, I've hired some people to play on my account to give me a better rank. So it's a double-sided coin here. You know, we got him bragging about it, but I also don't care that he's doing it. Just don't brag about it. Maybe admit it and say, yeah, I don't have fucking time to do it on my own. So yeah, I'm going to hire a few people and then play it in my free time so I can get the full experience and enjoy it. That'd have been the better way to approach it, but he's trying to act like he got there himself.
Agreed. Ubisoft then went on to roast Grummz as well, referencing a game he's supposedly been developing for years that has never come out, while saying theirs actually was released. Our game is out. So I don't think this is a good look for them. I know they're going to get a lot of social media traction, but as we've learned, the people that are going to be telling you how great you are on social media from a leftist side don't actually support your product. You can ask Rachel Zegler about that one. Okay. She got a lot of likes and a lot of attention on social media. Guess what? No one actually paid to go see her movie because it's flopping miserably. It's one of the greatest flops in history. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of social media traction, but you're not actually helping yourself in this situation. So it is hard to overstate just how viral Ubisoft's clapback has gone in the gaming sphere. The timeline filled with celebrations about the tweet, which has also been publicly and privately praised by other social teams and devs of other sites. That's bullshit. So let me get this straight. You're paying Elon Musk $1,000 to talk shit about him, and that's praise? How do you justify that? They're literally paying $1,000. Hold on, they're paying more than 1,000, because so the gold check mark is 1,000, and then let me just go to the tweet here. So the gold check mark is 1,000, and then anybody that's affiliated with you, I think you have to pay a fee on top of that as well. So, they don't have affiliates there. So anybody that's got that logo, you have to pay a fee for that as well. So you're right. essentially paying Elon so that you can tell him how much you don't like him. And that's apparently a wonderful own. Okay. mean, it's one thing, the blue check mark. Okay, fine. But you're paying for a fucking gold check mark so you can, I guess, feel better about yourself. I paid for a gold check mark for like a month, and I'm like, fuck this. And I like Elon, but I'm like, fuck that. I don't want the gold check mark. This site isn't as free speech as they claim it is. It's more than most. But even I'm not paying Elon that type of money, and I'm a fan of Elon.
Right.
So I don't know, man. The whole thing just seems to be pathetic, and it's taken attention away from all of the controversy that they've been dealing with firsthand. It hasn't changed the controversy. The controversy is still there, but for them, they have tried to shift that narrative around with them going after Elon Musk right now. And I think it's going to be a long-term problem for them moving forward. I don't think this is going to help them at all.
Well, that's typical. That's straight out of all these gaming companies or movie studios. That's in their playbook. When their product fails because of all the woke, DEI bullshit in it, what do? They go and attack the conservative man.
Yeah,
it's typical. It's right on track with what all of these companies do. So we really shouldn't be surprised at all.
Well, somebody in the chat just said too, if the game was doing well, then they wouldn't even be having to worry about all this stuff with Elon. They'd be celebrating the success of their massive launch and this massive success that they have on their hands. But instead, they're focusing on trying to roast Elon Musk and Grummz on Twitter. That's their focus. Mm-hmm. Not going, thank you guys for making Assassin's Creed Shadows this huge success. Thank you guys for supporting us. No, we're going to have to focus in on Elon and Grummz to get attention.
Well, yeah, and really Elon's tweet really had nothing to do with Assassin's Creed and more about Hassan. Mm-hmm. It just, Assassin's Creed just happened to be involved, but he wasn't attacking Assassin's Creed. He was attacking Hassan.
Well, he wasn't directly, but he did say it was a terrible game.
Sure, but he was saying that Hassan is a sellout for promoting a terrible game, but he was talking more. He was more so insulting Hassan than he was Assassin's Creed. And you can tell Assassin's Creed, whoever the social media manager is for their Twitter account, got fucking butthurt, and they went on a power trip because, like you said, and most companies' main Twitter account, you're not supposed to have opinions. You're supposed to be posting facts, release dates, announcements, and stuff. And whoever the social media manager took it into their own hands to post their own personal opinions when it came to Elon Musk.
Yep. And leadership at Ubisoft clearly doesn't have a problem with it. So let them keep doing it. Ubisoft maybe has 6 months left anyway. We're going to celebrate when those doors close. Could you imagine Nintendo account fighting with fucking Elon Musk right now? It's wild, man. It's a wild story.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. But anyway, more disaster from Assassin's Creed Shadows.